Hello, in this video we're going to talk about the Salesforce and Gratavid integration for importing your contact list in Gratavid directly from Salesforce. So the way this works is by default this is going to be off right here, and when this is off, this just means only admins can import the list directly from Salesforce. However, when you turn it on, it means any one of your Gratavid team members, anyone that has access to your Gratavid account, they can import these lists directly from Salesforce. So I'm going to turn this on just for now. And then you can come down here, you can come to the contact section, you can click add new contacts, you can see right there, import from Salesforce right here. However, my favorite thing to do is import this list directly from a note. I think it's kind of cool. So I'm gonna come down here just like a normal note, send to section right here. I'm gonna say add new contacts or import add new contacts. Then this is where I'm gonna select from Salesforce. And so the way this works is when you're in Salesforce, you can go to that contact section right here. And then these are your lists. So I'm going to say something like last name trap. I know, very creative. You can see I've got 3 people in this list. And so what Salesforce is going to do, or what this integration is going to do, is it's going to show you all the lists you have within Salesforce. So here you can see I've got all these lists. There we go, last name trap. And then the important thing to note is Gratavid is going to be able to import whichever columns you select. So for example, I've got an account column, a phone column, a title column. That means Gratavid is going to be able to import those. If you have something like SMS or text opt-in, I'd recommend adding that here. So maybe you come up here to the select fields to display. Whatever fields you want to come into Gratavid, just add those in here. And then the way it works is once you have this list perfect, you come back into Gratavid, you select that list, last name trap, you hit next right here to get you to the next step. And then now this is gonna be where you tell Gratavid how to map up all of this data. So for example, notice the first column is name, second one's account, and then phone. So you'll be able to see name, account, phone. So it's going to give us all this data to be able to upload. What you have to do is you have to come into Gratavid and you have to map that data. So you have to tell, hey Gratavid, this is the email data. And then I like to use last name or recommend using last name, first name, salutation if you want to. Definitely recommend adding birthday. There you go. And then one thing you have to do that's kind of confusing is we require you to import this ID. And so this is the contact ID. And so in Gratavid, we use that as the custom user ID. And the reason we require this is because if you want to do any other integrations with Salesforce, like automatically update task or update Salesforce contact activity, we need this ID, this contact ID. So that's why we require you to map it to the custom user ID. This looks good for now, just kind of taking some basic information, and I'm going to click upload now. So what Gratavid's going to do is it's going to get all this information for all the contacts, and then it's going to save it. Perfect. And so now you can see it's saved it, and I can even hover over this and I can see all those contacts I just updated. So notice I've got Frank Trap, 3 Trap, 2 Trap. I know, pretty creative. So Frank Trap, 3 Trap, 2 Trap. So there you go. That's how easy it was to import those contacts directly into Gratavid from Salesforce. One catch here is this is going to be a static list. So maybe you had a list, maybe it's something like donated past 7 days that you had created based on your filters in here. If you import that donated past in 7 days, again, that's going to be a static list. So say you update that on 12/1, it's going to pull everyone from the past 7 days at 12/1. However, maybe 3 months go by and you still have this list called donated past 7 days. It's not going to automatically go out and fetch your list for past 7 days in Salesforce. It's still going to be whenever you imported those contacts. So what you'll have to do is you'll have to come back into Gratavid and then just import that list again. And that way it'll make sure to pull a fresh list from Salesforce. The cool thing to know here is, like say we updated last name trap, but imagine that said donated past 7 days. The cool thing to know here is that whenever you import this list, what we're going to do behind the scenes is we're going to wipe that existing list so no one's on it. So it's going to completely start fresh. And then it's going to import that brand new list. And so that way you always know you have the freshest data when you do this import list. And that, for the most part, is it. That is how this integration works. Please let us know if you have any questions. And thanks a lot. Have a good one.